In today's lesson, we are going to talk about parts of circles. And a circle is a set of points equidistant from a point called the center. So the center of your circle would be right here. And then if we place any point on the circle, we can call it point A. Let's call our center C. And if you draw a segment from the center out to any point on the circle, that is called a radius. A chord is a segment that connects any 2 points on the circle. So one example, if we put 2 points anywhere you like, connect them with a segment. So segment BD is a chord. AC is a radius. And there's also a special chord, which you'll know already, called a diameter. And a diameter must go through the center of the circle. So a diameter is a special chord whose endpoints are on the circle and it passes through the center of the circle. So EF is a diameter. A tangent is a segment that intersects the circle in exactly one point. So you can put a point on the circle, and then we can draw a line or a segment that touches that circle in exactly one point. So I can call that line L. Line L is a tangent, and it can be a segment, depends on how you want to name it. And then we call the point that it intersects a point of tangency. So X is a point of tangency. So that's where the tangent line meets the circle. And last type of segment line that can be drawn is a secant. And that is a line that passes through the circle. So we'll call that YZ. So a secant passes through the circle at 2 points. A chord is a segment, always. A secant is a line that passes through the circle. So those are the different lines and segments that are part of a circle. Now let's talk about some angles. And arcs. So when you look at a circle, an arc can be represented by 2 points, and an arc is part of the circumference. So if I put points A, B here, and I'm going to highlight along the circumference of the circle. So this piece is called the arc. It's a part of the circle. So AB, an arc we use, looks kind of like an eyebrow. So AB is a minor arc. The reason it's a minor arc, it's less than 180 degrees. So minor arc, less than 180. If I were to put another point here, C, and I highlight from A to B, but I go around the other way, so I'm going around the majority of the circle, majority, major. So I can name a major arc with 3 letters, so that tells me exactly the direction I'm going around the circle. So AC, arc ACB, is a major arc. So greater than 180, so more than half the circle. And then what we can do is if we were to connect and make an angle here, and we'll put C at the center. This is called a central angle. Since C is at the center of a circle, this angle right here, ACB, is called a central angle. Vertex at the center. Now we could also let's change that to point P so that we don't get it mixed up. So we'll make that P as the center of our circle. So angle APB is a central angle because we put C over here. So now we can also make another angle. I can connect 3 points on the circle to form an angle. And this angle intercepts the same arc, that yellow arc AB. But now this angle is called an inscribed angle because it's inscribed in the circle. So angle ACB is an inscribed angle. The vertex is on the circle. So a central angle, the vertex is at the center of the circle, and we go out to 2 points on the circle. An inscribed angle, the point is on the circle. And then one final piece. If we were to draw the diameter of your circle, and if we highlight just half of the circle, and we'll call these endpoints D and E. Arc DE is a semicircle. It equals 180. So, just to review quickly, different types of segments. BD is a chord. It has both endpoints on the circle. AC is a radius, one endpoint in the center, one endpoint on the circle. EF is a diameter, a special chord that passes through the center of the circle. Line L is a tangent line because it meets the circle at only one point, and that point is called the point of tangency. And then line YZ is a secant. It's a line that passes through the circle. Arcs and angles in a circle. Arc AB is a minor arc. It's less than 180 degrees. Arc ACB is a major arc because it's greater than 180 degrees. Angle APB has its vertex at the center of the circle, so that's called a central angle. Angle ACB is an inscribed angle because its vertex is on the circle. And then finally, our semicircle, and a lot of times it gets named with 3 letters as well, so we could call it DBE, is a semicircle, equals 180 degrees. So those are the parts of a circle that you need to know.